Whistle train, take me.
Hi, my name is Sean Kelly, and I am lead singer and guitarist for the band The Samples.
Hi, my name's Dan Blondin. I play acoustic guitar, mandolin, banjo, harmonica, and harmony vocals for The Samples.
I'm Jared Johnson. I play bass and synthesizer. Holy shit. My name is Jared Johnson. I play bass for The Samples.
Alright, I'm Karl. This is my friend Billy.
Bill Mutzler. We're in The Samples. I play drums. Karl plays keyboards.
We're the back line, you could say. We stand in the back of all the good-looking singers. But playing The Samples, I guess, 4 years now. And having a good time. You can see we're sitting on the back of Goose's pickup truck.
In lovely Rutland, Vermont.
Just we just finished up a whole year's worth of touring. I think we did about 120 shows this year in about 9 months.
Wow.
Wonder I'm so tired.
And a CD. And we put out a CD.
And we recorded.
That was
Recording Rehearsing for Life was a really cool and unexpected experience. Sometimes the best thing to do is go in with no game plan whatsoever and just let spontaneity happen. And in the case of this one, we literally drove across the country in a bus, I don't know how many thousands of miles from Vermont to California, and we had a basic idea of how recording goes, but really we just got into the studio and I felt as if the songs were literally writing themselves. We would go in, I had basic ideas from Sean and try to transform them into something that sounds like an album, and I would lay down my guitar tracks with a drum track pretty much for every song, starting that off, and then everybody else would come in after me. I would leave the room, mess around on my computer or practice for other songs while Karl was laying down keyboard parts, Jared was laying down the bass part, Billy was laying down the drums over the click track, and then Sean would usually come in at night at the end of the day and lay vocals over everything else and lead guitar parts. So we had no idea how it was going to turn out, and it's funny, after about 8 days we suddenly had an album and we listened to it. Barely had enough time to listen to the tracks even as the process was going on until it was all finished. Sat down finally at the end of the whole process, listened to it, and we were all pleasantly surprised at the way it came out. It just happened so fast that we really didn't know how it happened or even remembered sometimes recording it. It was going so quickly, so it was a cool surprise to be able to go in there with no idea what we were going to do and come out with something like this. It was just the greatest thing, and I love the way that it happened spontaneously.
Yeah, I agree with Billy. And for example, when we recorded Rehearsing for Life, we were in Emeryville, which if you check out your Google Earth, it's right outside of San Francisco. And even that, walking around, a town we had never even been to before, and drawing inspiration from, the newness of being somewhere totally different, focusing the new recordings. I really like the new CD. It's intense, there's good playing on it, great melodies.
It was a totally different experience for me, getting up every day. And we kind of eventually fell into a schedule where, certain guys would go in first and lay down their parts, and then, I'd come in the afternoon and not really knowing what the song was going to be, and then just listening to it a couple times, and then, kind of stewing on it for a little while, and then before you know it, you come out with a part, and you're done, and it's in with the next guy.
Yeah.
We fell into a groove with that process, and it worked out really well. I mean, the songs are all completely different. It's like a 10-course meal, I call it.
Yeah, excellent.
Every song is just a totally different flavor. It's very unique record.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. Recording. Recording is like making the albums and the CDs. Tends to be the beginning process of the enormous amount of creativity that's within a band that is then allowed to
What do I like about touring? Obviously, there's nothing like being on stage playing with these guys every night in front of enthusiastic crowds. The energy that goes on at a show is unbelievable. And it's really about that 90 minutes or 2 hours that we spend on stage every night, all the work that goes into it. It really, it's a feeling you can't really describe unless you're there.
The thing about touring is that it's just great. It's, I love it. A lot of people say, well, what, isn't it weird to, do all different places and different people? And it's not weird to me. I think it's, it feels very natural to me. I've been excited to be touring since, since I was able to start doing it.
Few people get the opportunity to see the country like we do in a lifetime.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, I've seen more of the country than I've seen in my whole life. And being able to spread music to parts of the country that you'd never normally go to is amazing. And it's amazing how the difference of reception you get in different parts of the country. And
Right.
this little pocket in the Northwest, all of a sudden there's a big fan base that you never knew about, and it's just been sleeping there the whole time. And it's neat to come across those little pockets.
We recorded Rehearsing for Life in California. Took some time out in between tours. Actually, we didn't take any time out. We smashed touring and recording in together.
There was no breaks there. I don't remember any breaks there.
No.